Hello, chat everyone. Okay, thanks. Okay, guys, how are you? Hope you're doing fine, guys. Waiting for a job, waiting for project, waiting for good role. No worries, guys. You will get it. Some cases may be delayed, but definitely you'll get it. No worries. I'm doing good, thanks. Waiting for my workshop. Hmm. Yeah, I'm good, Deepak. Yeah, thanks, Prasanna. Yeah. So, guys, this workshop is completely focused on Azure DevOps. If you are very new to CI/CD, okay, let me share my screen first, then we can discuss. I'm confused which cloud gives more opportunity. That's what I'm saying. Don't stick on single cloud, right? Even I've stopped to give training on single cloud 1 year back, as market is focusing on multi-cloud. So I have started multi-cloud DevOps 1 year back only in Naresh IT, because of the market is fluctuating in between the clouds actually. So some cases, some quarters, AWS is good, Azure is good, GCP is good. So completely market is fluctuating and costing. Many clients are migrating their workloads into different clouds based on the costing and based on the highly availability, security, and all. Multiple times I'm saying we are not supposed to stick on single cloud. Instead of limit yourself, you can focus multiple clouds. There is no rocket science. If you learn one cloud, already my team knows how easily we can learn other clouds if you practice. Why is this page open? I don't know. Okay. Okay, so my suggestion is always focus on multi-cloud. Take any one of the cloud as a primary skill set, and other clouds you can focus secondary skill set. Whichever focus more on that cloud, your wish. You can take any cloud as a primary skill set, and other clouds you can take it as a second skill set. Okay. Yeah, correct. It's not like that. Who said Azure is more important nowadays? That's what I'm saying again, Pujit. It's not like that. We don't know any cloud. So you may get an opportunity where they are looking for Google Cloud knowledge. In that case, Google Cloud only it's not only Google Cloud is only important, right? If you change your project, if you want to move different project, they may use Azure. If you want to migrate into different project, they may use AWS. We don't know. Okay, volume is very low now. Then increase it now. Okay. Okay, let's get started now. So Azure DevOps, many people will confuse. I'll try to give a better clarity today. Yeah, Azure DevOps. Yeah. So before already I have given one session on Azure DevOps, end-to-end in detail, what is Azure DevOps, and everything I have tried, in one session. So anyway, you can ignore that. Even if anyone is completely new also, you can focus from this session. Okay. So we know what is DevOps. So DevOps is a set of development tools. Okay, it's a process and set of development tools where we can build, where we can. Okay, let me write that. So DevOps is a culture, or is a culture and integrating set of tools. set of tools like build. So build phase, test phase, release, and deploy. So yeah, background, we use many tools. The build process, we can use multiple tools. Set test process, we can use multiple tools. Even I can say we can add operate, monitor, and something else, right? So that is comes under end-to-end focused DevOps ecosystem. So here DevOps is a culture and integrating a set of tools like build, test, release, and deploy. So this process we can automate to focus on the release the application. For example, guys, you can see here, if you can take any Zomato or Amazon or any Flipkart process, if you want to do any changes in the code, so developers can do the change in the code. For example, sale is live. So developers can do the change in the code, sale is live. Immediately DevOps ecosystem should run and deploy this new application into existing ecosystem, existing cloud servers. Okay. In that case, if developers do the change, automatically changes will be reflected into server instead by using your DevOps tools. So in this case, we have a many tools in the market, especially for the build, test, and deploy. The CI/CD tools, I can say this is CI/CD tools. The background infrastructure, you make it ready, that will take care by Terraform. After deploy your application, your observability stack, make it ready, that is for post-build actions. But before that, we have to create a end-to-end CI/CD pipeline system where we can build, test, to deploy. So what I'm trying to say here, guys, you just focus here. Yeah. If I take a one developer here, so when developer develop the changes, so you have to deploy these changes into server. So nowadays we are using cloud servers only. So you can take AWS, Azure, GCP, where we can deploy your changes. Yeah. So in this case, what we have to do here, one stage is a remote repository, source code repository, where developers can push the changes, source code repository, and one stage is build stage to build the code, and one stage is for test. Yeah. And one stage is for a deploy, a release. And one stage is for a deploy into the server. So when developer develop the code, so they can push this code into a source code repository, GitHub. So when I say GitHub here, we have a many tools now. So your source code you can build, you can push into GitHub. We have many options now. I'm taking here GitHub. GitLab CI/CD, I mean GitLab. And so we have a Azure DevOps, directly Azure repo also there. Same like AWS, GCP also there. So today we are focusing on Azure DevOps. So I'm focusing on here Azure DevOps only. So Azure repo means when you develop a code, directly you can push into Azure repository. So Azure repository take that code and process into further stages. So this is code. And next is what? A build process. And if required, next we can add test process. And next we can add release process. And next we can add deploy process. So to do this process in market, we have a many tools. Can you give the list of few tools, guys? So here to here process. So this is cloud workloads, servers or something. Tell me here to here process, whatever tools are there in the market now. Can anyone tell me? So we have a we have a Jenkins. So most of everyone favorite tool. Jenkins I can. Next. Any other tools? Very good. GitLab CI/CD. GitLab CI/CD. And next, you have to focus all tools. When I discuss something here, you have to focus all tools. Only one tool is enough now, sir. Many resumes I can see you guys are updating only Jenkins. How you will get a call? Jenkins are going to deprecate soon. Whoever simply depends on the Jenkins, please, you can migrate into GitHub Actions, GitLab CI/CD, or Code Pipeline, or Azure DevOps, or something. So these three we can use, and also one more, Azure DevOps. Clear now? So now you got some clarity. Azure DevOps is something, just a tool here. CI/CD tool, guys. Azure DevOps is a CI/CD tool. Whoever learn Jenkins, whoever learn GitHub Actions, GitLab CI/CD, nothing is there here to learn. Just matter of one day. Here, how many CI/CD tools are here now? How many CI/CD tools are here now? Total? 4. So tell me, do we need to learn these 4 tools or not? So in that case, in your resume, definitely you have to update these 4 tools. Okay. If you are my students, 100% you need to update in your resume, not only single tool, alternate tools. I don't want to, you guys are locked with one tool. In that case, your resume may not shortlist here. So already discussed GitHub Actions, CI/CD, Jenkins, and regular classes also, and Azure DevOps now. Okay. In Azure DevOps, yeah. So now Azure DevOps is Azure DevOps is a process where we can set off development tools and services like a plan, build, test, and deliver software. So same thing. It's a set of development tools. Azure DevOps is a set of development tools. Azure DevOps is a set of development tools. Build, test, I can say plan also. Plan, build, test, and release or deploy. Yeah. So this is something taken care by Azure DevOps. So let's take here Azure DevOps ecosystem. You can understand now. Yeah. So these are the set of tools what I discuss here. Azure DevOps flow, CI/CD flow. If I can take here, I will take good one. Just wait. Okay. So we can anyway our flow I can prepare now just to cover all the tools here. I'm just checking here a good one. Yeah. Okay, this one is fine. Let's wait. Okay, let's go top now. Okay, so we can build our own process. So guys, now in I don't know, that's what I'm also confusing. Instead of Azure CI/CD, why they're calling Azure DevOps? To create confusion only. Okay, so guys, understand now by taking this reference. Okay, so this project is very clear. I'll explain what is this project I'm going to deploy through GitHub Actions, GitLab CI/CD, Azure DevOps and all. So I'm going to add stages, guys, here. So development stage, so where we can develop the code from the VS Code. And next is I'm going to push into Azure repo now, not GitHub Actions. Understand? This is something we are discussing here. Yeah, Azure DevOps, right? So I'm going to push these changes into Azure repo directly. Okay. So Azure repo. So here to here. So here to here, what I'm going to do now? I'm going to build my process. So I'm taking a Docker build here. Yeah. So here to here, I'm going to build here. So Docker build process I'm going to take here. In this case, Azure repo inside my Docker file, source code, everything is there. So Docker build. Yeah, let's take a Docker build process. So when you build the Docker build from the Docker file, you will get Docker image, right? So the Docker image I'm going to push into ACR repository. ACR means AWS ECR is there na, Elastic Container Registry, same like in Azure ACR, Azure Container Registry. So this is something Azure Container Registry. So after Docker build, image will create, right? That image is going to push into ACR. So if you are new to Docker, if anyone attended without Docker knowledge, nothing to worry, just focus the flow at least. You will get something instead of, leave from here. Yeah, so Docker image. Whenever Docker build done, Docker image will create. So this Docker image, whenever Docker build image will create, this Docker image I'm going to push into ACR, Azure Container Registry. So the interesting part is here, but this process center, I can say build artifact process, build process, okay, or integration process. So this is, you can understand integration build process, Docker build process. Okay. But now this image I'm going to deploy into AWS. So you know one thing, Azure DevOps can use AWS environment also, GCP environment also. That's what, see, we mostly know, right? This Azure container, Azure image, we can deploy Azure VM also. But I'm going to deploy into AWS VM. Full. If you focus, guys, this is very, very, very interesting, concept also. You may learn new things from the CI/CD part. So I'm going to deploy into AWS. So this is all about build process. Build process on where, guys? Azure. Deploy process on AWS. So till here clear na, everyone? Azure service, guys. Here Azure service will come only. Azure VM only come. If you want to deploy Azure VM only come here. Just IP change, key change. That's it. Azure service means here Azure VM will come only. This is everyone can do, right? That's what different I'm taking. So we have two options. Image you can run on Azure VM or AWS EC2. We have two options. So, but Docker image is there in Azure Container Registry. So Docker run you can do here or you can do here. So clear not till here? Okay. So this is our reference architecture for today entire project. So many things will come. Okay. So guys, the first one, I need to push my code into Azure repository, Azure repos. So we have to understand, guys, in Azure console, we have a Azure DevOps organization. Azure DevOps inside, we have a organization. Hierarchy I'm explaining here. Organization. So inside organization, we have a projects. So we have a projects. So organization is a main protocol. Inside the organization, we can create a multiple projects. So now here projects, we can add here for Azure tools, multiple tools will come here. Let's add now Azure DevOps. Yeah, these and all comes under. So these and all comes under now Azure DevOps project. So this is hierarchy. So first Azure DevOps, when you open, you can see organization. You have to create organization and then project, and then you can choose your Azure DevOps tools. Clear not till here? Okay. So let's go to Azure now. So once you log in Azure, guys, in Azure portal.azure.com, once you log in, just in the search, you can give Azure DevOps. Azure DevOps, yeah, this one, portal.azure.com. Once you log in, you can open this Azure DevOps organization. Clear now? Okay. So view my organizations. I'm going to check any organizations are there my end now. So this is my account, Veerababu Technologies Azure account. So I don't have any organization. This is the first step in Azure you have to do. Create new organization. So as per the protocol, first we have to create a organization. So give your organization name, anything you can give. So I'm giving here multi-cloud. Organization name I'm giving multi-cloud. This is free tier only. So multi-cloud DevOps. We'll see this is available or not. Yeah. So let's go to my organization name is what? Multi-cloud DevOps. So yeah, multi-cloud DevOps. Continue. Continue. So I'm creating a, what happened? Maximum number of active delete organizations are reached. Oh my God, now how to create? So in Azure, we have a many restrictions, guys. 2 times only we can create organizations. So maybe I have reached that. Let's create a new subscription. Maybe there are chances to. Let's try. Oof, oof. Delete previous organization. So I don't have any organizations. I have already deleted. Even the limit also deleted, limit also completed. So it's asking something. I don't think so. This will not give. Okay. Let's try. So my end, no organizations actually. You can see. So anyone having any account, quickly can you share if possible? So my limit got reached. Anyone having any Azure account, guys? Quickly, can you share, please? Uh, always Azure, huh? Azure always creating hectic process. Actually, I want to show from the scratch. That's what I deleted. Let's try. Subscription also not allowed to create, I think. Second one. Let's try, guys. Hope for the best. Plural set account I to have. See, new subscription also not allowing. Upgrade is what? PAN ID, GST ID. Let's try to upgrade. So this account will work, Mahesh, which you have shared. Not sure. So anyone having any Azure account? I created yesterday only, but subscription limit, sorry, organization limit I didn't check before. Unnecessarily deleted. Yeah, I got. Let's try to log in. Let's try my organizations. Otherwise, I can try to get it back. Okay. Okay, guys, no problem. So this is what I created before, multi-cloud by Veera. But new organization is not allowing. Let's try one more time. Test. Okay, so this is not allowing. So I'll do one thing. This is my old organization. So this is project. We can do one thing. I'll delete a project and I can show from the scratch. Go to project settings. So I'm going to delete a project. I don't know whether if I delete project is allowed or not. Okay, so guys, so as of now, old organization is there, multi-cloud by Veera. So if you can see this organization is multi-cloud by Veera, which I have created before, that is restored. And coming to the projects, we have to select the create a project. No, you can give any name. I'm creating on my name project Veera. So create a project. So inside the project only, you have to start your entire process. Yeah. So welcome to the project, but here nothing is there here, right? Nothing is there. So what we can do, go to repos. So here, like a GitHub repository, we have a HTTPS SSH, how we have, right? Same thing here, HTTPS SSH we have, right? So we can clone this repository into your local VS Code, and then you can develop your application. Then you can push your code into Azure repository. So in that case, first what we have to do, we have a SSH option and HTTPS option. So if you want to work with SSH option, what we have to do, click on here. There is a SSH public keys, right? In GitHub also we are adding a key, right? Same, you have to add your key. So I have added my key already. Same process, new key. So you can add, for example, any key here. So public key in your end already there, right? So for example, this is my key. You can add this public key into here. So this is something for useful to push and pull to Azure repository. Okay. So GitHub inside also, if you want to push your code, how you are using, go to GitHub. So for example, go to GitHub and go to settings. So in SSH, So go to settings here, global settings. Yeah, here we have a SSH and GPG keys. How we are adding SSH keys to clone and all, right? Same process in Azure repository also, where we can add a key and we can clone into local. Okay, so my Azure repo, okay, let me close this existing one. Yeah, so like this, we can generate a SSH keys first in the local. Public key you can add here, so that you can able to pull and push your GitHub repository into the changes. You can see this is my VS code, my repository name. If you can see NIT, so NIT before I created, right? Now I'm going to clone into here. Yeah, come out from here, ls. So I'm going to clone my repository now here. So let's go back now, repository level. My project is Veera. Go to repos here. So I'm going to use SSH now. So let's clone this into your local. Copy. Yeah. So my end, you can see Veera project is here. What we can do, already my entire project is there into NIT inside. So let's go to PWD. Take this path. So take this path here. You have to move your project into this repository. Already I developed some code, right? Some code and CSV pipelines. So I'm not developing now. If you develop, you can directly develop into empty repository inside. But already existing my code is that. That's what I want to move into my Azure repository inside. So let's go to now where your code is exist. Go to NIT. So this is my project here. So what we can do, MV star, I'm going to move into Veera repository. Now you can come to ls. So you can go to Veera repository where you clone from the Azure. So you are here. Now you can check git status. So you need to push this two into your Azure repository. Now you are inside of Azure repository, right? Which you clone already Veera. So git add. So git, I'm just explaining a little fast. We know right already. Git commit -m. So updates, something I'm adding here. Git push. Now you can come here, repos. See here, Veera project inside your source code and pipeline got updated here. So clear na how to work with Azure repository? Same like a Git. There is no much difference here. Clear na? Yeah. So now you can do any changes. For example, I'm going to add a touch file. Git status. Git add. So you are going to directly push into Azure repository, not GitHub repository, not GitLab CI/CD. Okay. You can see, okay, this is missing. Git status, git commit -m file, git push. Again, you can see, refresh here, you can see the file. Clear na? So later you can delete if you want to delete. Yeah. If you do any changes here, better to run git pull. Yes. Okay. So till here, I hope you guys are clear, right? How to work with Azure repository, Azure repo. Yeah. So let's move to here. Okay. Azure repository is fine. Now my source code is, if you can see, this is my source code, just sample code here, app.py. And we have added a Docker file, a simple Docker file. Focus is not on Docker, right? Focus is on Azure DevOps. So I'm taking a simple Docker file. So requirement.txt Flask is required. I have added a Flask. Now this project, so understand, Simple. You need to focus what I'm saying here. This project, go to here. This project is in Azure repo inside now. So this project I'm going to deploy into AWS EC2 instance. So this entire process will take care by what? Your pipeline, your CI/CD pipeline. That's what here we have added a pipeline. I'll explain the pipeline. No worries. First, understand the flow. So end-to-end process will take care by this pipeline. Azure repository to here. So clear not till here? Any questions from anyone? Any questions from anyone? Okay. Okay. So next focus is what? Okay, this is source code, Docker file, Docker build we have to do, Docker image we have to push, Docker run we have to do. So tell me guys here, just simple question here. Okay, let me show you the pipeline quickly directly. So you can ignore these connections and all, we'll discuss later. First, here we have a we have a steps here. We can see step 1, step 2. So Azure DevOps also support YAML file only. Same like a GitHub Actions. Same like a GitHub Actions. There is no much different here. Okay. Now you can see. So first task is what? Docker build and Docker push. So Docker build and Docker push into where? Build and push into ACR. Now you can see this is the Docker file. I'm going to push into ACR. It is taking what? ACR service connection. So by using the service connection, your command is what? Build and push. So first Docker build and Docker push. Tell me guys, this logic will run into where? This is my question. This logic will execute into where? Let's take the pipeline explanation point. Okay, tell me. So if I divide this process and this process, tell me this logic execute into where? Execute into where? I'm not saying where the image is going to push. Where this process will execute. Docker build means what? Docker build -t command should run and build, then push. Where this will execute? This is my question. This is many people will confuse here only. This is what we have to focus. So guys, in GitHub Actions, agent means what here? This agent means what? In GitHub Actions, I already discussed in the class, right? So GitHub providers, they're providing your own environment where you can execute your code, right or not? So build process, I'm going to execute into where? Here. So from here, see, understand, from here, build. And next push into where? ACR. Getting what I'm trying to say? So build process run into Ubuntu agent. So in Jenkins, we are running inside the EC2 instance, right? But in GitHub Actions, Azure DevOps, GitLab CI/CD, no need to create a separate server. They will give a one environment to run your process. So now build here and push into where? ACR. So this step is responsibility for what, guys? This step is responsibility for what? Azure repository. Take the code. Take the code. And then push into where? ACR repository till here. Clear now what I'm trying to say? So this entire process run into where? Inbuilt agent Ubuntu. Azure DevOps will give a Ubuntu agent. GitHub Actions also will give a agent. GitLab CI/CD also will give a agent. We don't want to take like a Jenkins, a separate server. So this entire process execute into Ubuntu latest and push into ACR. After pipeline execute, this will be deleted. We don't want, right, image already push. Image already inside ACR. So whenever pipeline execute, this environment automatically delete. So meanwhile, your image already push into here. Clear na, everyone? So a simple question to you all. So simple question, please listen first. A simple question to all. Can I run image here? Can I run container here? Can I run container here? In the AWS given, sorry, Azure given Ubuntu agent inside? This is what? Yeah. So if you run, what will happen, guys? Pipeline execution done now, this agent automatically delete, container also delete. This is not we want, right? So, but to create a image, we are using a, so for example, Docker image, how to build, guys? In your laptop, Docker build -t, you can run. Your laptop as an environment. Or EC2 instance inside Docker build -t. Your EC2 instance is environment. But here, Docker build -t. Azure given agent is here environment to build it. So Docker build no longer required. Once build completed, once you push image into ASR, this build process no longer required until you run next run. Second time image want to update, again you can run, again Ubuntu latest will come, again build process will done, and again push image into ACR. Now question to you. My image already created. If this environment is deleted, is there any problem? Is there any problem? No problem, right? I want image is ready. To run a container, I want image. That's it. So let's create a container. Focus, guys. What I'm trying to say, I'm trying to explain very easy method. The new batch is going to start. If anyone interested, evening 7 p.m. Just you can give your details. Vardhan, you can share Telegram group, workshop Telegram group. So whoever interested, you can join over there. I will share the new batch details 7 p.m. So you can refer your friends also. If anyone want to learn DevOps and multi-cloud. Okay. So focus, guys. Focus. My image is ready. Next is what? I want to run image. So image run, what will create, guys? Container will create. Now the question to you, where I can run this container is the process, where I can run the container. Tell me, where I can run the container. You guys only told me that don't run here. This will be delete platform as a service later. So in this case, from the image, I want to create a container. So Docker run. When you run image, container will create. Tell me, where I can run this container is the question now. Definitely, this is not platform as a service. I mean, this is not something, this environment should be permanent, right? Where the container running. This is not temporary environment. If it is a temporary environment, along with the environment, container also delete. Very good. So I need a one server to run a container. This server, can I take Azure server or AWS server or GCP server? AWS server, Azure server, GCP server. Can I take? So I'm taking AWS server. So in this case, this is called EC2 instance. So EC2 instance inside your container is running. Here EC2 is temporary environment or permanent environment? Your EC2 is temporary environment or permanent environment here? Tell me. Very good, permanent environment. So this application only accessed by end users. This application accessed by end users. Okay. So your Docker, okay, guys, pipeline file is very clear till here push ACR. Next is what? This image we have to run inside the container, right? So who will do this process? Same pipeline itself. That's what second stage. Second stage is what? So guys, now tell me, this Ubuntu environment after build and push image, next what Ubuntu environment will do? Connect this server, take this image, run inside the server, container. Am I right or not? Okay. In this case, so in this, my Ubuntu environment should SSH to this server, right or not? Right or not? So my Ubuntu, this Ubuntu environment, first job is what? Build. Next job is what? Push. Next job is what? Run. So first layer is build. Image is ready. Next is what? Push into ACR. Next is what? Connect to deployment server and run and pull image and run image. So this is first step we will take care. Next step is what? Connect to deployment server and pull image from ACR and run image as a container. Clear or not? In this case, next stage, what it has to take care, guys? Next stage, see, SSH. Okay, it is going to be connect SSH, connect to server, and it is going to log in ACR. See, guys, you know, right? Amazon ECR time I discuss. First, we have to log in ECR and then pull image from ECR, then run, right? So it is going to log in and pull image. Stop old container. Why we should stop old container? See, always I'm going to run same container port number, right? If already 80 is already busy, it will give an error. So existing container, if any existing container is there, stop. Why? New code updated, new changes should run, not old changes. And then deploy. So let's take this stage now here. This stage responsibilities are what here? This stage responsibilities are what here? So this stage responsibilities are here, right or not? So pull image from ACR and connect to server and run container. Clear na two steps? Clear na two steps here? So first we have to understand the flow. Directly, if you run multiple times, different commands, you may confuse. So here Ubuntu work is what? The Ubuntu process is what? First, Docker build. I mean, Git clone means here already Azure repo inside only there, right? No need to clone. Docker build. Next is what? Docker push into ACR. Next stage is what? SSH to deploy target server. log into ACR, pull image, run image, container create. Clear na? So this is something to get a clarity on I'm explaining guys. Understand, okay? This is first one. And this is second stages. So all clear now? We can move to practical. I need response from everyone. If you not something understand, please do not hesitate. Ask me to explain where you getting a confusion. Perfect. Okay, even if you are having any doubts, you can just go through the recording also, no problem. Okay, guys, let's move to tell me to do this process. First, what I need to do? I need a one EC2 instance. I need a one ACR, right or not? ACR is required. EC2 is required. Let's create one EC2 quickly. Already existing EC2s are there, but I don't want to show existing one. I will create from the scratch. I'm just creating like a target. Very interesting concept will come, guys. No worries. If there is a any confusions, I will give a better clarity in the practicals. T2.medium. I have a key pair. I'm using this. I'm taking public server. I'll tell you later. There is a big story also. Okay. So my instance is running now. Target server is my instance. Session extended. Okay. Till 4 p.m. Otherwise problem will come. Okay. So let's go to here. Target server is running. So guys, this process, you have to hand over this public IP key pair, you have to hand over into Azure DevOps. Am I right or not? Azure DevOps is going to push your image into ACR, and I mean, it is going to be run Docker run command into target server inside, right? As we discussed, Docker run command will run into target server inside here. So this is all about run inside your server EC2 instance. Yeah. Okay. I'll tell you. No, not like that, Syed. Not like that. I'll tell you. There is a different process. Interesting process. Okay. Let's go to Azure DevOps now. Go to my projects. Yeah. What happened? Let's go to here. What is the project name I have given? Why it is showing like this? Okay. Let's go to view my organizations. Yeah. Project name is Veera. Those are old one. Okay. You can see this project inside already Veera inside repository already created. This is pipeline.yml. I'll tell you how to run this pipeline. But before that, we have to take care of so many things. Let's take care of this pipeline. So first, variables we have to give. And before that, we have to create a Azure ACR, right or not? Registry, container registry. So container registry. So we have to go to container registry. Why ACR? First stage is what? Build image and push image into ACR. That's what I'm creating a here registry. Mine are existing already there, but I'm creating. So resource group I'm using DevOps. So registry name I'm giving Narni. It's already there now. Let's check it. Okay, double I is there. I can create a single I. So Narni I'm creating resource group DevOps I'm taking. So review and create. So repository I'm creating now on the name of Narni. So the first challenge is what? Azure DevOps should connect to ACR. Few connections we have to implement now here. Okay, go to resources. Yeah, so let's go to the registry. You can see this is one. Let's delete this. You may confuse. So ACR like ACR repository I'm creating here on the name of Narni. We have to wait to disappear from here. This is mine. Okay, you don't confuse. After some time, this will automatically delete. No worries. Okay, let's go to now Azure DevOps again. So here we have to take care of few things. Yeah. So in project settings, connection we have to establish Azure connection to Azure DevOps. So here we have a service connection, right? Click on it. So we have to create a service connection. This service connection will help to Azure DevOps will connect to ACR first and then EC2. So two connections we have to build here. First connection is Docker. Docker registry we have to give. Docker registry. Here you can see Azure Container Registry. After give Docker registry, you can see Azure Container Registry. So authentication type, service principal connection is there. You can select that. Yeah. So whenever you can give authentication your email ID, automatically you will get. Okay. One kind of code. Let's wait. So this is authentication of principal Azure DevOps. Yeah. 386114. Okay. So now you can see your Azure Container Registry. This is one which I have created an Arni. Service connection name, you can give anything. Already I'm using some service connection name in the pipeline. Service connection name Azure Connect. If you can give the same name, you no need to change in the pipeline. Otherwise, you can change. You have to change the pipeline inside. Okay. So grant all permissions, save. So this connection is for what? Azure DevOps to ACR. Yeah, this is done. Connection name is what? Azure Connect. That's what in the pipeline you can see. Azure service connection name is what? Azure Connect. So by using this connection variable, it will try to connect ACR. Okay. One more connection we have to establish. What? SSH connection. Why? This Ubuntu Azure DevOps environment, you try to connect to your SSH environment also, right? Second server, I mean, target server. Next, host name means what here? Your target server public IP. Can I use private IP? Yes, I will tell you when we can use also. Here it is, yeah. Host name, port number is 22. So private key, Azure DevOps. See, it's a kind of Jenkins master slave concept, guys. You can understand. Jenkins master is Azure DevOps now. Slave is the target server. That's it, guys. I'm going to upload a key. Username is what? EC2 hyphen user. Service connection name, same connection name we can use, so no need to change. SSH connect. Public IP, SSH connect. One more time you can check. The target server IP is 1832. Yeah. Save. So now two connections completed from Azure DevOps. One connection is for what? You can see this pipeline view. One connection is for what? Once build a Docker, it has to be pushed into here. So this connection is required for Azure DevOps. Next, here to here deploy, this connection also required for Azure DevOps. So two connections I have given by using service connection process. Till here clear or not? Okay. Okay. Next. And one more important thing is here. Your ACR login process. Refresh here. Yeah, this is the one. So for this login process in ECR also we have a login process, right? Here also we have a login process. Access key means here. You can see username and password. So by using these two credentials only, your Ubuntu agent will be login and push the image into here in the same registry. Service connection is to identify the registry. This is for authenticate of your ACR. So username, password. Where I can give this in Azure DevOps inside, there is a variable section. Let's close this unnecessary tabs. Close. Yeah. So here we have a variable section, guys. We have to go over there. Pipeline library section. Sorry. So you have to create a library here to your ACR keys. So my library name is what here? ACR library. I can use same name instead of changing in the pipeline. So add, now we have to add a access, I mean kind of ACR keys. So ACR username, you can give any name, no problem. So name is what here? Let's go and check. Narni. Control C. And add ACR password. Give password is what here? You can take this one, first one. Anything is fine. Second one also fine. So save here. Done. And go to pipeline here. So by using these variables, okay, it will able to log in. Tag is what here I'm giving latest. App name is cloud app. And repo is not Narni, so just only I. Anywhere is there here? Okay, let's control F. Okay. Okay. So now you can see. So first, By using the service connection, it will connect to Azure repository. By using these credentials, it is going to be authenticate and it is going to be push image into EACR repository. So here app name means what? The image name is cloud app. Latest tag updating. So you can see this command. Docker login, ACR repo, ACR username, password. And sorry, I don't understand. Full image you can see ACR repo, app name. App name is what here we have given. So cloud app. Clear now? So just variabilizing here only. Yeah. So guys, till here is clear. Let's push this code. Git status. First git pull always. Git status. Git add. So git commit. Pipeline. Git push. So changes I'm going to push into Azure repository inside. Okay. But understand few things here. Code updated, but pipeline not yet created. Just code only updated here. When go to repositories, code pipeline YAML only updated, but I haven't created any pipeline. Okay, let's create a pipeline now. Go to pipeline section. Create a pipeline. So is my code is there into Azure repo inside only, not GitHub inside, right? You can select Azure repo inside only. This is the repository. So this is my pipeline.yaml. You can run. Okay. So first time it will ask permit, but definitely will get some errors, guys. The reason target server inside. What is error? Why different errors are coming now? Job parameters. So here also problem is there. So free tier issues always. To request free parallelism, please fill out the following form. Okay, copy. My name is, my email address is. It will take time, I think. My email, I think I should give same. Okay, I'll give the same email ID. Just wait. So we no need to worry, guys. We have a plan B. I will tell you how to do that also. Multi-cloud DevOps. So go to organization, Control C. Are you request parallelism increase to public and private repository? So let's give submit. But I don't know when they will give access to me to run this pipeline. But we don't no need to worry. We have a plan B. Let's try one more time. Let's go to run a pipeline one more time. I'll try. Okay, so they are not giving Ubuntu latest. We have to, but earlier it's work. Okay, no issues, guys. Yeah, you can see now. I'm taking here one Ubuntu latest agent, right? So they're asking me to we need a permission for this. We have to raise the request actually, but yesterday it's working fine, but maybe I have reached the limit. So I have raised the request to them to increase the limit to run a pipelines on this Ubuntu agent. But In GitHub Actions also, you remember guys, we can take the GitHub Actions runners and run an EC2 instance. Now what I'm trying to say, this is second, plan B. Plan A is what? I don't want to create any server directly. I'm taking a Ubuntu agent which is given by Azure. Now what I'm going to do? So this Azure DevOps, I'm going to run on my EC2 instance, not on Ubuntu agent. Same like a GitHub runners, GitLab runners, right? So the meaning is, let me tell you. So this entire Azure DevOps process is running on Ubuntu latest. Ubuntu ENV. This will provide by whom? Who will provide this? Azure DevOps. Okay. So what they're saying now, to give this agent to you, already you have reached some limit, already I ran multiple times pipelines. What they're saying, if I want to increase to use this Azure Ubuntu agent, you have to raise some request to me. So already I have raised the request. So when they can allow and all, we have to wait. But I don't have time to wait in that time. It will take 24 hours, maybe some cases. So what I'm going to do, where instead of run your pipeline on their agent, can I run our agent? Our agent means what? Server. Can I take one server and run complete Azure DevOps on my server? Yes, you can run. Same like a GitHub runners. Same like a GitLab runners. GitHub Actions runners. So I'm going to take my own server. So we have two options. Clear, Nagesh? Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? Now you can see this is self-hosted agent. This is Azure DevOps agent, right or not? This is Azure DevOps agent. ADO means Azure DevOps agent. Now I can run my own agent, self-agent, or anything is fine. Self-agent. So what I'm trying to say, Azure DevOps, you no need to give any agent to me. That too, you are giving agent is temporary. So I want to maintain a permanent agent. Then what is the process? What Azure DevOps is saying, okay, I will give my agent, you can install on your EC2 instance, you can run. This is what Azure DevOps is saying. Are you clear what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So in this case, we have to go project settings. So now you can see agent pool. So we can create our own agent pool now. I don't want to stick on Azure given pool as we are facing some issues, some limit and all. So grant all permissions. So I created my own agent. So now this agent should run on my EC2 server, right? Let's take it now. Yeah. So now this agent should run on my EC2 instance. Now let's click on agent. Okay, let's take a different agent. Already my and Veera is there. So that's what I can take, new agent. So I'm taking NIT. Agents also is there any limit? NIT. So this is my agent pool. Now click on agent here, new agent. So where you want to deploy Mac OS or Windows or Linux. So let's go with Linux. So I have a commands also, same commands which given by Azure DevOps now. Easiest way I have prepared the commands. You can see in the repository it's a readme.md file I will update. Okay. Okay. In this case, I'm going to create one more EC2 instance, dedicated server to run my Azure DevOps agent. ADO agent. T2.medium. Okay, so you can create a server. This server I can use to dedicated, like a Jenkins server we have, like same like dedicated server I can use. This is Azure DevOps server now. So this is Azure DevOps server now, indirectly. Let's connect this server. So I need to run that. See, Jenkins master and slave, Jenkins master agent, how you are installing same. Azure DevOps agent I'm installing into my AWS Azure instance. Okay, let's go with the steps. So first we have to create a, so these commands given by Azure agent only I'm going to run now. So you have to run these commands inside EC2 user, not root, guys. Yeah, we have to wait. So please focus all the commands which I'm running here, important. Too much of heat, guys. Summer. My God, this year is too difficult. Summer. Okay, done. Next command you have to run config.sh to start the process. Copy. Yeah. Are you sure you want to integrate Azure pipeline? Yes. You can give I. Enter server URL. Server URL means this one, guys. So you have to give http devops azure.com your organization name. My organization is what here? My organization is multi-cloud warehouse. Copy. Okay. Copy. So give your organization name here. Yeah, correct one. Just I'm cross-checking here. Enter. So enter authentication type. So PAT process is there. So authentication PAT token is required here. So how to create a PAT token, I will show you here. So here user settings are there now. Personal access token. So create a PAT token here. New token. I'm just creating here. NIT token name is 30 days. I'm giving a full permissions to this token. Yeah. Take this token from here. And now let's save somewhere better. If you face any errors, we can work. Okay. Let's go to now here. Yes, pat method only. Enter. Give the pat token which you copy pasted now, right? The token. Now it is trying to authenticating, connecting to server. So register agent. Enter agent pool. So you can give any name here. So let's go to here. Yeah. My agent pool. Go to settings. So not here. Yeah. Project settings. Agent pool. So NIT. enter agent name. Any agent name you want to give. So I want to give DevOps agent name. Connecting to the server. Testing agent connection. Now you can go and check, enter work folder. You can just give any no problem. Settings save. Now you can go to here, agent pool section. So your agent is NIT, right? See, DevOps is offline as of now. DevOps isn't updated here, but we have to start this process. To start, we have to give this command. I think here command is missing. Run.sh we have to give. So you can run. It should come online, guys. Yeah. See, this is online, right? Now in your pipeline, you can use your agent. My agent name is what now? NIT, right? Agent pool. NIT. Control S. Otherwise, directly you can change over there also. Directly you can change here also. Okay, guys, let's go to your pipeline section now. Pipeline, artifacts, pipelines. So let's click on it here. Go to edit. So now you can change here. Comment this. Give NIT. SalesForce. I don't want your Ubuntu. You are giving some restrictions to me. So I have installed you into my server. So you can run on my server, I'm saying. So we will get some errors. Nothing to worry here. We can rectify those errors. Now tell me a simple question to you. Build process where it will execute now. Simple question. Build process where it will execute. Let's go to Azure DevOps now. Tell me, build process where it will execute. We don't have any Ubuntu agent now, right? Where it will execute? Very good. Dedicated host. Where it is? Target EC2 instance, right or not? Target EC2 instance. So this target EC2 instance now connect to, push to ACR. So Docker build and push to ACR. Now second EC2 instance. What will happen here? Docker pull from ECR and run here. Getting the clarity here, guys, everyone. So this is self agent, guys. Self agent we created, right? Self agent we created. And okay, let's Control C, Control V. Before is what? Ubuntu agent. Azure DevOps Ubuntu agent. Azure DevOps Ubuntu agent. Now my own agent. Getting clarity both use cases, guys. Getting clarity now, everyone. Yeah. So here some restrictions are there. So that's what I'm using now this. Okay, let's move to. So we got some errors now. One by one, we can rectify it. So check out. Git is not there. Where I need to install the Git? Tell me. Where I need to install Git now? Which server? Which server Git I have to install? Target server or ADO server? Hmm? Let's. Hmm. Tell me, guys. Huh? Build process will perform into where, guys? Build process will perform into where here? So git clone docker build here only, right? So git docker build here, right or not? After build only now image going to push into ACR. Agree or not? Yes. Let's connect that server. So you don't give controls here. Open duplicate tab. Yeah, you can install Git here. So now Azure DevOps agent clone the repository from Azure repo to EC2 instance. Okay, done. Again, you can run pipeline. Again, you can see one more error. Which error anyone can guess? Next error anyone can guess? Next error anyone can guess? Very good. Docker. Docker build process. Docker is not there, right? So that's what the problem. Okay, let's run. So no restrictions now from the Azure end. I'm not running Azure DevOps inside. I'm running Azure instance inside. So this process, entire process initializing into where, guys? This entire process initializing into where? My own agent server inside. Very good. Own agent server inside. See, error is error is unable to locate Docker. Again, what I need to do? Sudo m install Docker -. I'm waiting for the Docker installation. We have to run this command, you know, right? Docker permissions giving to user group and others. If you not run that command, you will get an error. System ctl start Docker. Sudo. So let's this command also. Docker host permission I'm giving to 666 means Azure DevOps required to connect a Docker, right? So Azure DevOps is other user. Other user also I'm giving a 6 permission, read, write. That's what. You need to run that command, otherwise it won't work, guys. We'll get Docker access denied. Docker time I have discussed already this concept. Okay, let's run now. So build process done. Next process, next why error? Anyone can guess? Anyone can guess why error? No, no, no. Docker image is done. See, run only issue is there. Build and push, everything is done. Image pushed also. ACR inside. See, image pushed. But run fail. Anyone can guess? SSH. Successfully connected, you can see. But you are missing something. Just one logic. No, yeah. The name is maybe Azure VM. You can ignore it. The name only giving Azure VM. Okay. So before I tested Azure VM. See, this is we have to take care. SSH connection successfully connected, but later one issue is coming. Run container issue. Run container issue. Understand? To run, where run command is executing into where and which server inside? Which server inside Docker run will work? Which server inside Docker run will work? Target or agent? Target server. But target server inside Docker is not running, right? Agree or not? What I'm trying to say. Target server inside Docker is not running. Let's see Docker. Why both servers inside required? First server is doing build process. Second server is run process. First is Azure agent where we can build and create artifact. Sudo yum install docker -y. Yeah, done, right? Yeah, next systemctl start docker sudo okay. So again you can run this command. Permissions I'm giving to agent to run docker commands. Okay, let's try again. Success, right? So let's take target server IP. Can you hit this? Remove S. Working or not? Perfect. Perfect execution. Okay. Another question to you. Another question to you. Go to Azure Connect, project settings, service connection, SSH Connect, edit. If I give my target server, okay, let's wait. My target server. Hmm. If I give private IP, will it work or not? So application always deploy into private server only, right? Not public server, right? So my application, so if I don't have public IP to my server, will it work or not? Okay, let's try. Are you sure? Pipeline is running. So this lab I'm explaining total private, both private server and public server, agent and agentless also. But unfortunately, we don't have. So I whatever the limit I reached, so agent is not allowing. I have raised the request to increase the jobs level. So that's what I'm taking a self agent. See, run Docker image means successfully connected or not. Success. How? How it is possible? We can see the page. See, you can access it now. Your and already IP is there now. Simple logic here. How you are missing this logic here? See, your Azure DevOps running on this agent, right? This server, right? These are all are in same VPC or not? So you see, agent is connecting from here to here, target server. Not here to here. Here to here, not possible. Azure DevOps is outside of organization. But Azure DevOps running inside your AWS organization as a own agent. This is the process if we want to use Azure DevOps inside the AWS or GCP. Self-hosted Azure DevOps agent can connect any server, AWS server, Azure server, GCP server also. Agreed? Why do I need Azure? Just for build process, I'm running into Git. No. Git is source code. A truth for source code, not for artifact. ACR inside image is what? Not source code. Ready to deploy process. It's an artifact. If different network, if these two are different VPCs, then if these two are in different VPCs, then not working. So we have to create in between VPC peering, right?
transit gateway or VPC peer. Can you please give what is a real-time use case? This is real-time use case only. How to use Azure DevOps? This is real-time use case only. I'm going to deploy my application, right? My application is running here. I'm deploying my application by using Azure DevOps tool for rich UI, more features. One place, everything is there. If you use Jenkins, GitHub is a separate tool. Jenkins is a separate tool. Everything is separate. You have to arrange. But Azure DevOps is a tool where you can find everything in one place. Wait, what scaling here? Agent scaling? Yeah, you can implement scaling. Agent won't take much traffic. Okay, build process, it's a queue process, right? 10 builds not run in same time, right? We no need to worry for the server scaling and all. These pipelines, you are going to execute one by one. Then we no need to. If I learn Azure, how many days it will take, sir? If you start only Azure without AWS GCP, it will take 3 months. Yeah. So now Azure DevOps is running out, not outside of organization, inside of your AWS EC2. This is self-hosted agent. That's what your Azure DevOps is going to connect, even private also. But let's say, but unfortunately, we don't have permission for this. For example, what I'm trying to say here, edit. What is the meaning of this now? What is the meaning of this now? What I did now? This is not required now. So own agent, Azure DevOps own agent, it is taking, trying to connect. This time private IP will support or not? No. Clear na guys? Because that is running on outside of Azure DevOps organization, outside of AWS organization. So the new batch is going to start 7 p.m. guys. So 6 months course. If anyone interested, if you have a patience for 6 months only, you can join. So it's not kind of a crash course to complete in 2 months and 3 months. Yeah, this is not allowing my guys. So your end you can try. They are not giving permission. We have to raise the request to run. But definitely, if you run this, we don't have the pros. We don't have any permission to connect private server directly from Azure DevOps. So in that case, what we have to do? Two options we have: self agent, run Azure DevOps into self agent. Otherwise, implement a VPN connection between Azure cloud and AWS cloud for secure internet. So guys, same process we can do inside the GitHub actions also. Just a quick level show. This is my repository, right? Now without Azure DevOps, so still you can use. So GitHub workflows, right? Already we discussed GitHub actions. So this is my CI/CD pipeline. Directly GitHub to deploy into server inside. But here we need to do some changes. The changes are what? Go to secrets and variables, actions. Here you need to change your everything. ACR password means what? We already taken ACR password, this one. Without Azure DevOps, you can do GitHub CI/CD also, GitHub actions. Please be patient, guys. Just 15 minutes only. So ACR username is what here? Narni. SSH private key. You can upload. So better don't stick on Jenkins, guys. Jenkins nowhere is using. We are migrating into GitHub actions, GitLab CI/CD, Azure DevOps, like that only. VM host means Yeah, public IP of the server, target server directly, not required self-host agent. Now GitHub Actions give self-host agent like Azure DevOps. They are not they are restricting us, right? So, but GitHub Actions not restrict. It's giving a free tier. Easy hyphen use. And also, but in GitHub Actions, if you want to use, the only difference is the pipeline similar, guys. 90% similar. The only 10% variations only there in the pipeline. But AML file only. You can have a look after some time. You will understand. The pipeline should be created inside the .github inside the workflows. Inside only you have to add the AML file. So Control F. Anywhere nar I'm using. Yeah. So change to here. So commit changes. Automatically GitHub Actions pipeline will run. Now the meaning, what I'm trying to say, this is one use case we discussed, right? And next use case is GitHub Actions. GitHub Actions, yeah, this one is going to push, is going to deploy your changes. GitHub Actions is a CI/CD. So compared to Azure DevOps, this process is very easy. Most of the people are using this process also. GitHub Actions. Same process we will take from here. But this time, code push to not Azure repo. Code push to where? GitHub. So where your source code is there itself you have to write a pipeline. Or you can take directly from here. So this is source code. GitHub CI/CD is going to deploy into where? Here. But here, build process will run into where? Again, build process will run into own agent. This time also own agent. But this agent is not giving by Azure DevOps. This agent is providing by GitHub providers. So GitHub providers are giving free tier, not like Azure DevOps. GitHub providers. But if you use the same agent inside Azure DevOps, who will give? Azure DevOps providers. If you give inside the GitLab providers. Build and same you can take here. Same process is running into where now? Here. So this entire process running inside your EC2 instance. You can see now, this is success. You can access now again. You can access same IP again. This time, see, this time deployed by GitHub Actions. Same server, same code. This time deployed by GitHub Actions. But before deployed through Azure DevOps. Clear na? But why we have taken Azure DevOps time self-host agent? At that time, Azure DevOps not allowing to give this Ubuntu latest Ubuntu environment, because Freighter, there are some restrictions in Azure DevOps. But GitHub Actions directly we can use multiple times. You can deploy one server instead of. Same concept like Azure DevOps, what you did Azure DevOps self-host agent would have done, right? Same you can do GitHub Actions also. If you want same process, you can do GitHub also. But here what you can do, same GitHub agent you need to install into your EC2 instances. Now this is not self-agent. This is self-agent, not GitHub action agent. In this case, what you need to do, very simple, same process. Go to settings. There is a concept here, actions. Yeah, okay. Go to actions. Runners are there now. Click on runners. New self-hosted zone runner, same like agent pool we have created in Azure DevOps, same. Mac or Linux or Windows. If it is a Linux, run these commands into your EC2 instance. Agent will be live. You can use that agent for your pipelines. So far my pipeline inside I'm using. So far my pipeline inside, you can see my pipeline. So here, my pipeline inside I'm using what here? You can see Ubuntu latest. This is GitHub Actions own providers. But if I run self-hosted zone, I can give my name here. If I done self-hosted. So this build process also run on EC2 instance. Clear now? Will I show GitLab CI/CD also? Do you have a time for 10 minutes? 5 minutes? Just 5 minutes? All are in same class, so that you will get some clarity. Same process, GitLab CI/CD, what you need to do? You need to create a repository, same repository. Otherwise, what we can do? This is GitLab. Create a project, right? So click on create a project. So in GitLab, process is create a project in GitHub repository. So here directly you can import your project. Your project already inside the GitHub, right? So you can import from the GitHub. You can see multiple repositories now from the GitHub. Which project you want to import, just click on, it will import into your GitLab. So same thing I did, I have imported into this project into my GitLab, from GitHub action to GitLab. So here also same story, but condition is what? Here and there. GitHub actions inside YAML file, you should keep inside the .github workflows inside. This is the pattern you have to follow. .github inside, workflows inside, deploy.yaml. This name, anything you can give, but this two you have to take care. And coming to the GitLab CI/CD, you no need to create any directory. Directly your YAML file should create .gitlab-ci.yaml. This is fixed name you have to give. Where your repository exists, there you can write a YAML file. The name should be .gitlab-ci.yaml. But when come to the GitHub, create a first .github folder, workflows folder. Inside you have to create a YAML. Okay. So here also same process, guys. There is no much difference. This all YAML files I have already updated. You can see in the GitHub inside. So this is for Azure YAML file. This is for GitLab YAML file. Inside workflows, this is GitHub action YAML file. 3 YAML files here only. But here also we need to change the credentials, right? ACR connect credentials and EC2 connections. In this case, go to settings and CI/CD. So we have a variables, right? You have to change the variables here. ACR password. ACR password is what? First, this pipeline has to connect to ACR. In this case, my password is what? New ACR password you have to give. This is the one. Save changes. Next, ACR username. ACR username is what? Narni only. Save changes. Next, EC2 SSH key. SSH key. MI same na? Different na? Same key already uploaded. Okay, I'm using a reusability key. You can change your independent keys there. Yeah, VM host is what here? VM host, it will change. My VM host is what? Target VM, not this one, not this one, this one public. This time, can I give private IP? Is it possible? Will it work if I give private IP? Quickly, I need answers. No, right? If I want to work with private IP, what we can do? Take runners. Self-host agent. Here also runners are there. You can take runners, GitHub Actions runners you can take, GitLab runner you can take, or Azure DevOps runner already I have explained, right? Take runners and do it. Okay. And go to Azure CI/CD. So I have done some changes now. Simply you can go to YAML file. This is my YAML file, right? So how to run now? Go to build pipelines. So you can rerun this. Okay, just rerun this. So when you run build, automatically deploy also run. No need to worry. You can see the jobs. It's a running build process is running. Or you can do one thing, even if you do some change also, inside if you do any small change also, automatically it will run. So now understand, same server, we are going to deploy through GitLab Actions, GitLab CI/CD, and Azure DevOps. Let's take a one server. Server is one, and we are going to deploy by using, why this is failed? Okay, let's check it now. Go to pipelines. YAML file inside. Okay, I have given here Narni, right? We have to change this. This is not Narni is dot. This is only one I. Did anywhere Control F? Okay. So whenever do the changes, automatically pipeline will run. Commit changes. So pipeline will start automatically. See. So this is running automatically. If you want to check, you can go to build pipelines. You can see pipeline is running. Okay. Let's go to here. Same server we are deploying into Azure DevOps tool. GitHub Actions. GitLab CI/CD. Target is only one. Just I'm difference for the difference purpose only I'm showing here. Yeah. So but in between ACR is there, build process is there. So let's take it that. So three pipelines, three CI/CD process we use here. Self agent, our own agent by Azure DevOps, our GitHub Actions self agent, GitHub Actions runners already discussed in the class. So are you clear now, guys? Thanks, 2.5 hours. Huh? Continue workshop 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. See, this is done. Now you can again access. See, Same project on. It's a movie. One movie, guys. Oh my God, this is my actual goal. I need to explain in one class all three pipelines, three actions. So today only. Today workshop is too, I can say very useful, very important also. My project, we are using these three pipelines. So guys, please give your comment on the YouTube class. So Vardhan is going to share. So he is going to share the YouTube link. But last session also only 20 members only given. So guys, I'm speaking continuously 2.5 hours, more than 2 hours, 45 minutes. It's not easy. Prepare till midnight, 3 a.m. and again taking classes are, So far I have taken 45 workshops, guys. I'm the only one in NareshIT, especially from the DevOps. These many workshops I have taken within 3 years. So please keep it. So very important. See, guys, Vardhan already shared here YouTube link. Can you please like and comment so that it will reach to many people? Many people are asking, share Azure YouTube link and all. So please comment. I think comment button is not activate. So meanwhile, you can give like so that it will helpful for others also to reach. Thanks. Quickly, please give like and thanks, Mahesh. Yeah, I will share it with you. I will share immediately now. I know after that, I'm busy with so Azure DevOps, GitLab, CI/CD, GitHub Actions. Yeah, my webinars, please don't miss, guys. My webinars are very important. So even if you can see, for example, if it is a new to you also, nothing to worry. Just once go through the video, 100% you will get clarity, no doubt. So we always be ready. See, Azure is given hand to me, but plan B immediately is work. So we don't know. Yeah. So DevOps engineers always make ourselves ready with plan B always. And always, so guys, and one more thing here, readme.md file also will update soon. So these commands, agent commands for Azure DevOps. Okay. So nothing to worry. You just go through the YouTube video and my readme.md file is enough to deploy a project today. So meanwhile, if you don't have any permission, you don't have any free tier for a Azure. So meanwhile, you can do GitHub Actions, GitLab CI/CD, and Azure also. I will try to in plural side also if it will work great. Last time I think 6 months back I have tried it, won't allow. If it will allow, everyone can practice also. Otherwise, if anyone interested, please come to lab, Naresh IT lab. I will give my Azure account to you. So you can practice also. I will create Azure users, multiple users. I can give my account access to you to practice. So yeah, guys, even I'm trying to give online students also from next month onwards, platform access, free platform access, AWS, Azure, GCP also. Even my old students also, I'll try to give my old students, but I'm not sure first. So I'll try. Thank you guys. Have a nice day. Happy weekend. So that's all for today. Please comment the video if you like this workshop.